We have let our brains run the show for far too long, our brains and our egos. We are always allowing them to ask, well, what if this goes wrong? What if we mess up? What if we embarrass ourselves? What if I do get on stage to speak in front of a bunch of people and I choke, or the words don't come to me, or it's just awkward, somebody calls me out on my bullshit? Like, all of those self-sabotaging thoughts happen because our brains are wired to be efficient and to keep us safe. And unfortunately, being efficient and keeping us safe also means keeping us small and keeping us from ever experiencing a greater opportunity, a greater reality that we actually have access to. But we don't let ourselves see past that or move past that glass ceiling. I mean, you can be like, oh, I can see that happening one day, but nah, not for me, somebody else. You know, we feed into it too much. So our brains are super efficient and wired to ask, what if? But we need to challenge that now, okay? We need to step beyond that what if things go wrong and start living in the what if things go right. Really think about this. And I've actually recorded my voice for myself to ask that question. What if it works out? And what if it is easy? You know, what is it that you are working towards right now? What is it that you want in your life? Whether that's a great relationship, independence, your dream career, like really think about that for a second. And whatever comes to mind, that's totally fine. For me, I want to create this incredible brand that is helping people know what their truth is, trust their truth, and wholeheartedly live their truth, because that is where we unlock this crazy freedom that we don't even know exists for us yet. But I have some weird, and I think it's totally normal. And that will come back. That normal part will come back. I have this weird fear that I can't make money doing what I love. And even though I do make money doing what I love, it doesn't feel right. You know, it feels wrong. It feels not normal. And the only reason that resistance is showing up in me is because I feel like it's not normal. I feel like it's not normal for people to make a lot of money doing something spiritual, doing something that's from such a giving nature. But what if it is normal? You know, what if it is normal to make $200,000 every year? What if it's normal for me to wake up in my own home doing what I love? What if it is normal for me to feel in control of my life? What if it's normal for me to have healthy eating habits? What if it just feels normal? What if that is the norm? What if it's normal? What if it's right? What if it works out? What if what I'm doing right now just pays off? What if that one thing that you want is just your reality? What if it's normal? What if doing what you're too afraid to do actually pays off? Like, think about it. Think about what you want, and then think about all of the fears as to why you can't have it or why you couldn't get there. That's really cool. Take every single one of those fears and challenge that, okay? Like, I'm reaching out currently to a bunch of local vendors, and I have this terrifying fear that I'm just going to get shot down and laughed at. But I have to challenge that. I have to ask myself, what if every bit of effort that I'm putting in is paying off? What if they are so excited to have me on board? And what if they completely respect everything that I have to say? And what if I am changing lives by sharing all of this right now and everything that I will be in the future? What if it is all working out? And what if it's easy? What if it's all easy because I resist things because I think it's going to be hard and I think it's not going to pay off? But what if it does pay off, and what if it's easy? And what if it's fun? You know, what if it's super enlightening? And that's what my experience has been. I mean, as I've challenged these things, I've proved myself to be correct in all of those areas. Like, that it is fun, it is easy, it does flow, people do respect me, people do want what I am offering as a service, people are willing to pay what I'm asking. And what if it's fair? What if it's fair? I feel so guilty asking people for money. But what if it's a price that's fair for me and them? What if we all feel that it's very fair. What if it works out? We can't keep living in the idea of what if it doesn't work? And it's just a simple question change. What if it does work? You know, affirmations are cool, and I use them. I use them all the time. Visualizations are cool. I have trouble saying I am this. I am what I want to be, even though I'm not there yet. But for some reason, when I ask myself, what if it does work out? What if I do get to go on stage one day and just sing in front of an entire arena of people? And what if that's normal? And what if it just works out? And what if people love everything that I do up there? And what if they're hanging on every word I say because I'm so super connected to myself? And what if I do get to just meet up with so many incredible beings all over the world and just completely connect with our ideas and our truths and our love for life and everything around us? Like, what if that's just normal? What if waking up excited every day is just normal? So I got off track because it's just such an amazing thing. And when I ask myself, what if this goes right? I can actually visualize, I can feel myself being in that place that I want to be. And it makes it feel so much more real, and it feels attainable. Rather than just saying, I am this thing that I'm not. I have no proof that I am not. But saying, like, what if I can do this? And what if this is what I'm supposed to be doing? What if I do feel extremely enlightened this entire time? Do you feel the difference between just saying, I make $125,000 every year versus what if that was normal for me to make $125 every year? And what if I felt like I could go beyond that? What if I was so open to all of these experiences that I don't know where they're taking me, but what if they always lead to a beautiful, beautiful ending? Like, there's so many endless possibilities when you ask yourself, what if? But when you ask yourself, what if, in a positive, constructive manner, in an empowering manner? What if you let go of everything that isn't serving you? What if that was just normal? What if it felt good to leave that relationship? What if it felt good to leave that job? What if it felt so freeing for you to unlock all of these things about yourself? What if? You know? What if? So, whatever, yeah, like I was saying, we're resistant to things because we're afraid, we feel that they're not normal. We're afraid to feel anything that isn't happiness because we think it's not normal. Because that's not what everybody else is showing, okay? But what's not normal is forcing that happiness, even though that has become normal. So we're more comfortable with pretending to be happy because everybody else is pretending to be happy because that's what's normal, that we don't, I don't know, I lost my point there. But you get it. Like, it's just weird. It is so weird and backwards, and I don't understand it. I can say for myself, when I've asked myself, what if it is normal? I feel like, yeah, there's a possibility there that it is normal. You know, we only resist things when we think that it's not normal. And I know I'm saying that same point over and over again. It's because I don't really know where I'm going next with this. And I'm just trying to get it out. Take, for example, my sister doesn't know about any of this. But I hope not. I don't know. But there was a while ago, I think when she was in college, that I had heard from my mom or something that she racked up $1,000 in credit card debt. And I was just so angry at her, and I just thought she was the most irresponsible person ever. And that was because it wasn't normal to me. I was like, who would do such a thing? And who would put themselves in that kind of position? And fast forward to, like, present day, I have put $1,000 on a credit card, and it has been no big deal because I have the money and I'm responsible and I've paid it off, and like, it's just normal now. Like, it's you sometimes have to take those risks. There's nothing wrong with it. People have a lot more debt that they've used to help them live comfortably and everything and get where they're going. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with that, except for that I thought something was wrong with that because I thought it wasn't normal. But once I experienced it for myself, I realized it was a lot more normal, and I was able to let go of my perspective and projection of her being a bad person or something because she had borrowed some money on a credit card. Like that's the dumbest thing now that I have ever thought, you know? So it's funny. It's funny because that's not the only situation that we have applied that to. We apply that to everything. You know, you think people should go to jail and you judge people so easily, and are like, oh yeah, they deserve that, until it's somebody in your own family who went through it themselves, and you're like, well, they shouldn't have gone to jail, they didn't even really do anything. Like, when it becomes that normal experience for you and it's just normal, I don't know, I feel like I lost that point. When you experience it for yourself, it's just normal. And when you know it's just normal, you're not resistant to it anymore. And you're able to wipe that slate clean and see the possibilities beyond that. You're able to see people for what they really are. You're really able to see that we're all just people, and sometimes we get into shitty situations, sometimes we get into good situations, and that at the end of the day, we're all just people, and that's great. So why are we limiting ourselves now? Why are we still limiting ourselves? Why are we still holding judgments towards others? And like in turn holding ourselves captive. Like when I held that judgment towards my sister for having $1,000 on her credit card, I would do everything in my favor, I would do everything possible to not rack up any credit card debt. Like I would not use credit cards ever. And now I know how, like, I use them in a way that totally benefits me, and I'm still totally responsible with them, and it's just normal. It's fine, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I can release her from that judgment, and I release myself from any of those fears. So I feel like those are kind of two different points, but they are so important. Everything's always important to me. I preach what I think is important, and I practice what I think is important, and I live by all of these things. So ask yourself, what if it works out? What if it's easy? What if it's normal? Okay, what if that's just everyday life? That is what allows your consciousness to expand into something way beyond what you think you are right now. You will always exceed everything that you think you're limited by because you already have. You've already done that so many times. I mean, like, if you're a third grader, you're like, I don't know how I'm going to make it past 6th grade. That just seems too hard because 4th grade, I can't even imagine that. And then next thing you know, you've graduated college, you know, like you just do all of this stuff that you at one point thought you were limited by. You thought you would never overcome. I mean, just look at where you came to in the last year. We're not limited. We're only limited because we think we are. So what if it works out? What if it's easy? What if that pays off? What if this risk pays off? What if it's normal? Okay? So what if it works out? What if it's easy? What if it's normal? What if it feels normal? Those are 3 visualization techniques. Like, they're so... Words are easy. What if it's easy? What if it's easy for me to speak right now? What if I don't care that any of this is... Like, what if I send this out completely unedited and it's just ridiculous and I love it? And what if people also love it? And what if it becomes such a big deal? I don't know if I will actually do that because... Yeah, look, I'm limiting myself now. I don't know. Will I? We'll see. But what if it just works out? What if it becomes everything that I'm trying for it to become? What if it's normal for me to make 200 grand doing what I love? What if it's just the norm? What if it feels fine? You know, we're only in resistance to things when they don't seem normal. It's normal. Life is normal. Everything is normal. You're so free in that. So start living by it. And I would love to hear what you are resistant to. So please, by all means, comment on what it is that what you would like to be normal. What would you like to be normal? Say it in that what if statement. What if it's normal for me to have $200,000? What if it's normal for me to wake up every morning and meditate? I mean, I at one point was asking myself that, and I'm just doing that now. I'm just doing it. What if it is normal for people to quit their jobs and go follow what they want to do? What if it's normal to give yourself a break when you need it? What if it's normal to turn down dinner dates or turn down like hangouts and stuff when you need a break? What if that's just normal? And what if people are okay with that? Okay? Like, your fear there is they're going to be mad at me and I'm going to look like the bad guy because I turned them down. Well, what if they're okay with that? What if it works out for everybody? What if it's fair for everybody? What if they don't react the scary way that you think they're going to? The possibilities are literally limitless. We are so limitless. Oh my gosh. It's such cool stuff. So, you got this. Apply this to fucking everything, okay? There's no limit. And I want to hear what amazing things happen to you when you start doing this. You got this. Godspeed. I hate myself for saying that, and I love that. All right.